What's up, guys? Samurai back with another reaction video. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I wanted to check out Radiohead, and the reason being is obviously I'm a big Pink Floyd fan, right? And I hear all the time, and I see people that love Pink Floyd also love Radiohead, and obviously they've got a bunch of critically acclaimed albums, and they're in a bunch of albums you must listen to before you die lists online. I've seen it countless times, and I've tried to listen to OK Computer, and I believe Kid A, but I just never got it. I don't know what it is. Now, I believe both times it was on a road trip. I was coming back from somewhere, and I just decided to throw it on in the car. So I wasn't actively listening to it. But I don't know if I've ever made it through, a whole album. I just never really understood the sound and everything. And obviously, I'm familiar with Creep, right? That's a huge hit. I used to play that all the time on Guitar Hero or Rock Band or one of those. And that's a dope song, right? And I've heard other ones. Even Karma Police, the one that I will be reacting to today, I have heard, because I have heard most of OK Computer. And I do remember this song title. I don't remember how it goes, but I probably will remember it when I hear it again. But, I know this is one of those bands that you like Pink Floyd, that it's better to listen to the full album. And I've been thinking about doing that. But beforehand, I wanted to do just one song. And, do a little test drive. It's been a couple years since I tried to listen to Radiohead. So maybe now I'll kind of understand it a little bit more. But also, I wanted to do one song first, so you guys can let me know down below what I should do next. Should I do another song? Should I do an album? Which album should I do? And yeah, I'm just going to give this a go. Hopefully it's a good song to start off with. And if not, let me know down below, right? So we're just going to go ahead and give this a shot and see what's up. Okay, I remember it already. Yeah. Nice piano sound. This is what you'll get. This is what you'll get when you mess with us.
This is what you get. This is what you get when you mess with love.
Just want to stop real quick. I'll go back. I like this. I like this. I just remember mostly the little chorus, "Karma Police," but outside of that, I didn't remember much else. The lyrics, I'm not quite sure yet. We'll touch on that at the end. But as far as the instrumentation, I'm really enjoying it. I mean, you know, the piano, I believe is upright piano. Doesn't sound like a grand, but it's got a great sound and resonance to it, along with the really great recorded acoustic guitar as well. It just blends really well together, and how that started off the song was perfect. Now, one thing that I'm noticing that's pretty cool as well, the vocals, they're kind of up front and forward. But not only that, well, I think the reason for it is because, you know, it could be higher in volume, whatever, compressed, all that. But, you know, I'm hearing a good bit of atmospheric effects, like reverb and stuff, probably coming from all the instruments. But I'm not getting any of that from his voice. I'll pay a little bit more attention, but it sounds like his voice is pretty bare and dry. And I think that's a big reason to as to why it's kind of up front so well, and just really audible and clear, because it you know, there's no reverb on his voice to kind of be jumbled with the other reverbs of the instruments, you know. And sometimes that can be a good or a bad thing, but I think in this song in particular, it's done really well, because not only is his vocal delivery pretty intimate and kind of, you know, a little bit vulnerable, but also the lack of reverb makes it even more so, because he feels closer to you. He doesn't feel as far away, and it feels just a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more vulnerable, and just a little bit more warm. The hell? Just a little bit more warming. So I think that's phenomenal. You know, I don't know if that's done on purpose or not, but I think it fits well with the song. And then that weird little swelling thing going on the left hand, you know, on the left channel. I'm not sure exactly what that is. It comes in and out, but it's a cool little atmospheric effect. Bass and drums just steady. I'm not doing anything too crazy, but I'm really liking this so far. Let's also the background vocals are phenomenal. And then I like here the part that I left off at, well, right after the post chorus. Sounds like a post chorus where it's kind of a little bit more bare back. I think the drums and the bass drop out, and it's just I can't remember if it's just the vocals and the acoustic guitar, or if the piano is included. Let's go back a little bit and finish off here. Okay, yeah, so piano, acoustic guitar, vocals.
When you mess with love.
Okay. Sorry to pause it so quickly, but I just mentioned this, so I feel like I have to mention it now. This next part, clearly some reverb and delay coming from his voice, so obviously that's changed. Sorry, I paused it really fast after that. like that resonating delay. Then they crank it up. Add some distortion on it. Interesting ending. I'm sure the end of that kind of merges on to the beginning of the next song. But okay, that was a lot better than what I remember, and I guess maybe actively listening to it might help, and really paying attention to what's going on, and with headphones and whatnot, you really kind of get all the details that they're doing. That maybe I didn't catch while I was driving or something, but really well done, man. And I haven't touched on much of the mixing yet, but that is incredible. The mixing and the mastering on this, I just feel like definitely added to the greatness of the song. And that's actually how I became more familiar with Radiohead and decided to listen to one of their albums when I was starting my little engineering career. I, would often look up the best engineered and best mixed albums. This was always at the top of the list. OK Computer was always there. So, that might have been back in 2016. That I first tried to listen to it, and again, just didn't understand it, just didn't get it. But now, at least listening to this song, I really am getting a better grasp and feel as to what really makes them great. And it seems like it's a combination of sort of, this somber kind of feel that maybe a lot of people can relate to, perhaps the lyrics as well, but also the sound is just very well put together, not only from like a composition standpoint, but also the arrangement. And then the mixing probably takes that up another notch, because they incorporate a lot of different elements, like that the piano and the acoustic guitar were so beautifully recorded, and then mix that with the textural and atmospheric effects that they throw in there, and some little glimpses of heavy distortion and these other elements, and like at the end there where they extended that delay, right? They made that delay resonate for a long time, to the point where it kind of morphs into something else. And you can hear that in a lot of different records. Like the first one I can think of is like Maggot Brain, right? Maggot Brain, where at some points they like just crank up the delay, and it just like starts to morph into a completely different sound. And then you can modulate that, or you can just kind of you can mold it to whatever kind of thing you want, after you kind of extend it that way, right? And then there on this one you can kind of hear the same thing. Like they keep that delay going. I think all the instruments drop out, and then they turn up the delay even more, take out the reverb, I believe, because then the delay itself gets a little bit drier, right? So it comes forward. It's not as, I guess, far anymore. It comes forward. It's very dry. It's louder. And then they slowly start to decrease the speed, so you hear it slow down, but also the volume starts to die down. As an engineer and an experimental engineer, that's exactly what the awesome things that I like to hear engineering wise. People that are experimental and take chances and do these artistic moves that perhaps is not by the book or is not correct, right? There isn't a correct way to mix or master anything, but a lot of schools of thought kind of, and I've been part of this, I've been victim, I guess you could say, to this sort of thought that you just like, people put you in a box, specifically when you're learning. And I get it, you have to learn the rules before you can break them. But I just feel like some people are just so stuck in a box. I'm talking about mixing engineers here. I feel like some people are so stuck in a box that they're so afraid to go out of that. And to them, things like this is just like unfathomable, or they just feel like it's bad mixing because you're doing something artistic. And I think a lot of engineers fall more into the I guess systematic and correctness of everything rather than being artistic with their craft. That's just a little food for thought there. I don't mean to go on a long tangent about that, and I know most of you guys are probably not mixers or engineers or any of that, so I don't want to go too deep into that. That might be a conversation for a different video or another day or something. But anyways, this just it was really well crafted from a lot of different angles. But let me just take a look at the lyrics real quick. Kind of interested to see what he's talking about. Karma police arrest this man. He talks in maths. He buzzes like a fridge. He's a detuned radio. He talks in math, so he talks in numbers maybe. He buzzes like a fridge. Arrest this girl. Her Hitler hairdo is making me feel ill, and we have crashed her party. This is what you get. This is what you get when you mess with us. Karma police, I've given all I can. It's not enough. I've given all I can, but we're still on the payroll. For a minute there, I lost myself. Whew. For a minute there, I lost myself. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, guys. This was probably one of those instances where I have to get the context of the album to understand what he's talking about. Because this is very vague and not very clear cut on what he could be talking about. But the title Karma Police, in my opinion, and then at the I guess I've been calling this the post chorus. This is what you'll get. This is what you'll get when you mess with us. So Karma Police, I guess the people who issue karma, whatever goes around comes around. Whatever you do will come back to you. I guess, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what he's trying to get at, but that, this is what you'll get. That's karma. Whatever you do, you can expect the same in return. And if you do something wrong, you can expect to get that if you mess with us. But I don't know exactly what this is referring to, but it seems like each verse is the perspective of a different, not the perspective of a different person, but speaking of a different person. So at first it's the man that talks in maths, like a detuned radio, and then it's the girl with the Hitler hairdo whose party they crashed, and then at the end I believe it's him that he's talking about. I've given all I can, but I'm still on the payroll. For a minute there, I lost myself. So yeah, I feel like it might be a narrative throughout the album that just listening to the song by itself doesn't make much sense. I could be wrong. Again, you guys can always give me the information down below. But I hope you enjoyed it, man. I would like to check out more Radiohead and really kind of dive deep, because I know they're great. I just haven't understood the greatness yet. But this was a little glimpse. So, that makes me happy to see that there's more out there for me to check out and understand, and a whole host of albums and whatever to get to. So I'm going to let you guys decide what you want me to do. Do you want me to do songs? Do you want me to start with doing albums? I'd be glad to do that. And excited to see what else Radiohead, what else they're able to do. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I did. And hope you have a great day. This has been Samurai. Arigato and sayonara.